Speed Squared Body Spinner.
Also known as Mr. Speed Squared, the robot has evolved from last series. This family team hope their robot's giant spinning ring can dish out the damage. There's also a lot riding on this performance for Team Captain Pete.
What's this, by the way, about you would propose to your long-term girlfriend if you don't win Robot Wars?
If we don't win Robot Wars, yeah, I'm afraid I'm going to have to marry her, actually, Ellie.
Okay, yeah, but what happens if you do win Robot Wars? Why would you not celebrate?
I'm off the hook.
What?
That's why I've been working so hard on it.
Is she here?
She'll be in the audience, yes.
Okay, grand. So she'll be cheering against you
Absolutely,
in hope
yeah,
you finally commit.
Yes, which I should do, because she's a great girl. Okay.
From Worcestershire, MR Speed Squared.
Last series, this family team was plagued with technical problems. This series, their unique rim spinner has a radius of over 1 metre and weighs a huge 35 kilos. When Team Captain Pete isn't building robots, he's a consultant cardiologist. Had to have a hobby, I suppose. In the Corner Patrol Zone, recently awarded the World's Angriest Robot by the readers of Giant Angry Robot magazine. It's a killer lot.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Watch for the driving skills of Foxic here. Will immediately show. Down goes the arena release button, which sends a pit of doom down, and then Foxic drives in and underneath on a good attack. MR Speed Squared, it's a more powerful machine this time around. We can see the whirring blade up to speed. We can see Expulsion getting a nudge from Heavy Metal there. Foxic doing its damage, looks cute, but it can go through a wall, I'm told. And Expulsion in on the spikes.
Get out there, get out there.
I can't move.
Oh, MR Speed Squared looks wobbly here. I wonder if it's so powerful it's uncontrollable. And Foxic has been flipped. Can he surf right now? Doesn't look like it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Can
MR Speed Squared. Back under control. Comes in for the attack. It's okay now. That's important. And sending Expulsion surely out. Heavy Metal is moving. MR Speed Squared. Oh, lack of driving ability. Bit naive.
Are we through?
She scored. Heavy Metal and MR Speed Squared through.
We're dead. Yeah, we're dead on it.
Good attack by Foxic in underneath. Expulsion. Heavy Metal taking damage from MR Speed Squared there, but they're both through. MR Speed Squared rotating, looks improved. Until then, they sustain damage by that.
MR Speed Squared. Happy with how it went?
I think so. It's the first time we've tried this one out, and there's a few things to learn from. The way it kind of floats around.
It had a bit of a shaky moment, all right, there.
Gyroscopic procession, yes.
Yes. I was going to say wobbly, but by all means use the term gyroscopic progression instead. They go through, ladies and gentlemen, MR Speed Squared. MR Speed Squared and Heavy Metal return victorious to the pits, through to the head-to-heads. They now have 2 hours to work on repairs before their next fight. MR Speed Squared are happy with the first battle, but need to diagnose the internal damage caused by that impact with the arena spikes.
But it's going to be a slog to get it going again.
Whether the robot will still function, we don't know yet. We'll find out in a minute.
Next into the arena, it's MR Speed Squared and Heavy Metal. MR Speed Squared's earlier fears about the internal condition of their machine have proved to be unfounded.
We thought when we first got it off that it was going to be completely screwed. Like everything was just slack. But then we just took it apart, reassembled it, got all the adjustment sorted out,
right.
and now it's good to go.
Last series, MR Speed Squared turned heads with their outlandish new design. This innovative machine has great potential, but have they ironed out the complex engineering issues?
We're Team Foxic, we're from Worcestershire, and our robot's Mr. Speed Squared. It's a family team. I'm the dad, and I've got my 2 sons with me. Jake, the driver, he's a computer programmer and IT technician. My son Sam is a motorsport engineering student. There's many hours of work gone into Mr. Speed Squared. If it gets destroyed, I'll be quite upset. Mr. Speed Squared is a ring spinner 360-degree offense, 360-degree defense. If you touch it, it'll be ripped to pieces. If Mr. Speed Squared works as it should, then nobody will want to fight us.
In the CPZ, Circular Lot and Shunt.
Roboteers, stand
MR Speed Squared against Heavy Metal. If the disc of MR Speed Squared is functional, I think Heavy Metal could stand to lose their wheels here.
Yes. Come on.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Good to go. That's the way MR Speed Squared describe themselves, but that's a very good attack by Heavy Metal. Big whack on MR Speed Squared.
Come on, get it, get it, get it.
But they're in underneath. Heavy Metal who can flip them, certainly bash them onto the arena wall there.
Yeah, keep
There you
doing
go.
it.
Back off
Hit
into it.
him again.
Screams for John Jr. Heavy Metal tries to hit MR Speed Squared again. And he's in underneath the circular machine.
Back off, back off, back off.
I can't really see much life in that full body spinner. It's not moving. Can get up to 1,000 RPM. But, Peter, you are heading down the aisle.
I just can't tell what's happening either.
If it continues like this, Montuel, he might not want you. Inadvertently, they've hit the arena button. They can spell our audience. It's remarkable. Every day and everywhere they are getting better and better. Heavy Metal in underneath MR Speed Squared. That really has been the tactic of this battle. And into Shunt, into the CPZ. Down comes the big spike of Shunt to Pierce. That dodgy armament. Run away, and keep running MR Speed Squared.
Do not go in the pit.
That's basically, yes, sound advice. Dodge the pit. That's what they're trying to do. Oh, but MR Speed Squared are very close there. Heavy Metal pushed them in. Doesn't matter that they went in afterwards. They pushed MR Speed Squared in first. Win for Heavy Metal.
Cease.
Good work all the way through by Heavy Metal there, pushing MR Speed Squared onto the floor flipper, into the CPZ. Punishment sustained by the house robot. Oh, and it was a penetrative punishment too. They tried to evade, but down they went. Heavy Metal are jamming.
Well, I'll be honest, even if I hadn't seen the fight, I heard the cheering. I heard... Did it not start? What happened?
After that first ram into the wall, it just stopped running.
There's more fights to come, so hopefully you can still get points on the board.
absolutely.
You get nada out of this one.
I know.
Because
Well done.
everything goes to this team. MR Speed Squared are taking stock of the collective damage caused by both Heavy Metal and Shunt.
Shunt got his axe in here, which has bent our sprocket down onto the motor, so it's locked solid. And we can't fix it until we can get this off, if we can get it off. And we just had it welded on to make sure it didn't come off.
Meanwhile, MR Speed Squared are still patching themselves up after their brush with Shunt. With the battle rapidly approaching, Team Captain Pete is forced to employ some precision engineering techniques to straighten the weapon motor sprocket.
Better. Much better.
Both these teams are fighting for their robots' lives in the competition. A bad defeat now will dent more than their machine.
In the corner patrol zone, the king of carnage, Circular Lot. And Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Can Mr. Speed Square deliver some payback here? In comes Thor. He's had problems with the axe arm. He couldn't self-right because the CO2 vented in the last one, but everything seems to be okay now. He's had dry problems with one of the wheels, but Thor looks back to its best now. And with the precision repairs, MR Speed Squared hit their machine with an hammer. Now they're being hammered. And they're out.
Cease.
Out of this one anyway. Victory in this battle for Thor.
Oh,
So
cheers,
disappointing.
guys. Look at Thor's drive. His drive is like next level.
So much drive on the attack straight away. Flash. Crash. Smash. And in underneath with the wedge. Down came the axe again. A battering.
Turns out getting hit in the head is probably the greater problem for you.
Yeah, no, that's true. Our battery's packed up, basically.
Oh, really? And was it anything about the fact that he came in very close to you and just hammered you on the head with an axe?
I don't think so.
It can't have helped. But
Yeah. The results would have to fall your way, but there's still a chance that you can get into the final. So don't give up just yet. Equally, you're not there fully yet.
No, I know.
Because of the last defeat, but
Yeah,
this
yeah.
was definitely a step in the right direction for
It
you.
was, yeah. Well pleased. Robot's much better than it was.
So at the end of that, no points, but still in the game for more speed squared, and 3 points for Thor!
Defeat at the hands of Thor seems to have deflated the MR Speed Squared team. Unable to form a plan of action, the boys have turned to soup as they mull over their predicament. Having rewired their power supply after their fight with Thor, MR Speed Squared are in the test arena trying to get their disc into action.
We've just done what we should have done before, test the disc before we go into the arena, and it's not working.
Unable to start the disc, the team try to diagnose the problem.
So what's changed between the first fight and this fight?
We've got it rammed into the disc a lot harder.
Yeah, it's got.
It's the friction. Thanks.
Their next opponents, Concussion, are aware of the issues, but won't be making any concessions in the arena.
It didn't look like their weapon was going, so just going to go hell for leather at them, I suppose, really.
MR Speed Squared's groundbreaking design is proving tough to fix. Things are going from bad to worse for the family team.
Oh, it's died.
yeah, it wasn't me, it stopped.
It's the battery problem again, isn't it?
MR Speed Squared have done what they can to get their machine running, replacing batteries and reducing the tension on the spinning disc. It's their last chance to get points on the board, but up against league leaders Concussion, will they be lambs to the slaughter?
Concussion's place in the final is secure, but their chances of making it to the grand final in one piece could be dashed if that MR Speed Squared disc is working properly. Oh, it's totally out of control! Oh, like a whirling dervish, like a man thing out there. Well, it was absolutely buzzing, but it took them right out of control. It's not working now, so Concussion can come in.
Open the pit, go on, open the pit, Jay.
They'll have to rely on driving skills, pushing power. The arena button signals the pit to go down. Concussion will try and manoeuvre them towards that pit, slowly, slowly, slowly. Oh, well done, MR Speed Squared. They're getting away there.
Keep going, keep it going, keep on him.
He fits pacemakers, you know. Pete Forsey, the cardiologist. He's trying to keep them a pace ahead of Concussion. Ooh, but now they're in the grip of dead metal. Oh. Bit of slice and dice, which is always nice. Get away, get away, get away! Oh, just, no, not there! Oh, this is wearing me out. Concussion, in again on the attack. I don't think they can get much damage caused on MR Speed Squared because of that. That blade acting as armament, actually. It's stopping the drum of Concussion, really causing too many problems. It's just tentative, bit of a nudge, bit of a shove here and there. Oh, they're in there again! Don't let it go. What are you doing, Dead Metal? Ah, go on, kill it off.
Yeah, get away.
Stop, ankle, stop.
Go, run.
No, you can't get away from Killalot. No. Killalot is mean and merciless and just about perfect. And away goes MR Speed Squared. The writing is on the wall. Concussion has been hit and dented, but it's been a very good machine and very nearly got itself on the precipice there. When you consider that the armament of Concussion could be a weak spot, they've done well, really, to dodge any sort of massive punishment throughout this heat. Ooh, is that smoke? Is that smoke?
Someone's on fire.
Something is on fire in Concussion. And this could be hugely significant for later on. And MR Speed Squared could be this battle winner, because they are still mobile. Concussion just about. Well, they've worked tremendously hard, MR Speed Squared, to get a machine back into the arena. It is now about a little bit of a push. The concussion drum is still working. You can see that MR Speed Squared have no weaponry, to be honest. Cease is called. That's intriguing. Didn't go to plan. Yes, the blade is working right at the start. It's brilliant, isn't it? Oh dear, it's like your dad dancing at a disco. Yeah, he was like that, I can tell you, my dad. The old blade is bent and warped. They nudge into Concussion there. Concussion getting away, not so MR Speed Squared. Caught by dead metal in there, sustaining damage to circuitry and to armament. Down with a crash and a slam, that won't have helped. But they stayed on in there. Remarkable, really. The judges there, they'll be totaling up the scores for control, damage and aggression.
It was a good battle.
Yeah, we enjoyed that.
We had a bit of spin at the start as well.
Like a little coin flip.
Yeah.
I mean, we did think briefly that it may be curtains straight away after that glorious little spin, but you pulled it back.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's go over to Concussion. You were sailing through.
Yeah, the gremlins are back.
Yes. There was a little bit of steam out the back at the very
I
end.
think flame as well.
Oh, flames.
Yeah, one of the motors is gone.
Oh,
Lost
dear.
on drive.
Their ring is just that height that we can't get to their main body. So we were just chunking away, and it's just the worst height to try and get.
It has gone down to a judge's decision, and that decision was unanimous in favour of Concussion. Good luck in the final.
So for MR Speed Square, the competition is over. And for Team Captain Pete, this now has some life-changing ramifications.
Well, I said if I didn't win a Robot Wars, I might marry Ellie.
Mistake.
No, it's not a mistake. It's something I've kind of, I don't know why, but I've been putting off a bit. Probably because of bloody Robot Wars, actually. I need to do that, really.